Okay, so for this deep dive, we're looking ahead to something pretty special happening this May 2025.
That's right. It involves a really remarkable humanitarian Huynh Tieu Huong from Vietnam.
And the core event is her investiture by the Royal Maharlika. That sounds quite significant.
It really is, and what makes it compelling is who she is.
They took her.
Huynh Tieu Huong founded the Trung Tam Nanda Ko Huong.
Which is the Huong Humanitarian Center, right?
Exactly. So this investiture, it really shines a light, on her dedicated humanitarian work. Impactful stuff.
Absolutely. And it's a major event, too. We're talking May 27th to 28th, 2025.
Right? Happening in Las Vegas.
In Vegas, yeah. The Gold Coast Hotel and Casino. It's part of the 7th WCH Royal Summit.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll be formally invested as a cabinet member for the Royal Maharlika. Now, the Royal Maharlika, remind me, that's linked to the Royal House of Luzon, Tagalog.
Yes, and the Sultanate of Maguindanao as well. These connections, they give the recognition a certain historical depth.
So it speaks to a tradition of acknowledging people who've made really profound contributions.
Precisely. By honoring Huynh Tieu Huong, they're emphasizing the value they place on selfless service and its real-world impact.
And the person presiding over this is Queen Mariam Leonor Torres Mastura.
That's her. She's the Maha Putri of the Royal House of Luzon, Tagalog, and she's also chairman of the WCH Royal Summit.
Okay, and didn't she also found We Care for Humanity?
She did, yes. So this investiture feels very connected to her own mission, her own values. It fits.
Right.
So if you look at the bigger picture here, this event, this May 2025, it's about bridging her incredible local work with a more international platform.
And her role as cabinet member will focus specifically on Vietnam.
That's the plan. It suggests, potential for maybe broadening her influence or support within Vietnam through this connection.
And her impact on the ground is just, it's undeniable.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. She started the Huong Humanitarian Center way back on December 10th, 2001.
Over 2 decades ago.
Exactly. And in that time, she's provided care, education, a home for over 300 orphans and people with disabilities.
That kind of long-term commitment is incredible.
And what really stands out, I think, is the center's focus not just on care, but on empowerment.
Through education.
Education, vocational training,
Yeah.
equipping these kids with actual skills for their future. It's a really holistic approach.
You sometimes hear her called the mother of 340 orphans. That phrase just, wow.
It really hits home, doesn't it? Captures the depth of her personal dedication.
And this dedication hasn't gone unnoticed in Vietnam, clearly. She's received quite a few accolades from the government.
Numerous awards, yes,
Yeah.
including being named one of the 10 women who have profoundly impacted Vietnam. That's huge recognition.
It really is.
And what's interesting is the consistent recognition across different times and leaders.
Huh.
You have former Vice President Mrs. Nguyen Thi Binh, former President Mr. Trung Tan Sang.
So sustained acknowledgement.
Right. Plus being celebrated as a contemporary woman in Vietnamese history. It shows her work isn't just a fleeting thing. It's seen as having lasting historical importance.
And there were those other unique recognitions, too, like being known as the woman who has nurtured the most children in Vietnam.
And holding the longest household registration in the country. Little details like that, they paint a picture of someone deeply rooted, someone unwaveringly committed for a lifetime.
It's really something.
And there's also that international dimension we shouldn't forget, the mention of a legal case involving her in the U.S.
Right. What was that about?
The details aren't fully laid out here, but its mention suggests her work has resonated or had implications beyond Vietnam's borders. It points to a global relevance.
Okay, so bringing it all together, this investiture, this coming May 2025, it feels like a really pivotal moment.
Yeah, it seems to be about connecting her deep compassion, all that hands-on experience, with the structure and perhaps the resources of the Royal Maharlika's efforts within Vietnam.
A powerful combination, a synergy, like you said.
Exactly. It really makes you pause and think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About how one person's relentless dedication, like Huynh Tieu Huong's journey leading up to this May,
Right.
how it can create these ripples of positive change.
Absolutely. It's inspiring.
And it leaves you wondering, as her work gains even more recognition, even more support through connections like this, what further impact might we see? It's definitely something to watch.